so right here, you're here trying to claim. So I say, okay. So right here, I ask, you're claiming that there's multiple different types of logic. And I asked, okay, well, what logic does NASA and space agencies use? And your response was, if they were smart, they would use base 8, but base 10. No, they didn't use base 10. They used base 2, to be honest. It's called binary, okay? This is what they use. This is what majority of the fucking world uses. Ones and zeros. And do you know why? Because it's the most basic form of math ever. And guess what? No matter what number system you use, it's still going to be the fucking same. Okay? You're here trying to claim that base 8 is different and is going to be changed the way math works simply because it's base 8. No, base 8 is not going to change anything. Okay? I have 4 eggs. 4 eggs. And these 4 eggs are going to be 4 freaking eggs. Okay? Use base 2, which is what you were trying to claim earlier, which to get your 2 plus 2 equals 11, well, you still have the same amount of eggs. Okay? Now, you're trying to say it matters because down here, where I say, what difference does it make what base number system they use? The math is always the fucking the same. And intelligence doesn't change decide what number system they use. They could be dumb and use base 2, or smart and use base 2. Doesn't mean anything. Math will always be the same regardless of intelligence or how it's used or applied. Then your response was, it does make a difference. Egyptians used base 8 to make the pyramids. We tried reconstruction using base 10 and couldn't reproduce the same quality pyramid. Yeah, we could. A pyramid is a pyramid, okay? Now, regardless of what number system you use, now first of all, if I'm not mistaken, wait, no, maybe it's the Roman numerals. Maybe it was the Romans that used Roman numerals. But Roman numerals is base 4. So if you're assuming that you're using, they're using base 8. Now, if they're using base 8, it's still base 8. Doesn't change anything. You can use base 10, you can use base 8, you can use base 4. The results are going to be the same. Same logic. Okay? Just like with the eggs. Tried to count 4 eggs out using a base 3 number system. So, 4 eggs, I've got 1, 2, 3, and if this is a base 3 number system, the 4th egg would have been your 11 to get your 2 plus 2 equals 11. It doesn't mean I have fucking 11 eggs. No, it means I have 4 fucking eggs. Common sense. The results are always going to be the same. Now, why didn't why didn't these pyramids turn out the way turn out? Well, first of all, they spent years building those pyramids by hand. We just don't have the time and energy to do it by hand exactly the way they have. It took them forever, okay? It has nothing to do with their number system. We can use a base 8 number system if we choose. We'll get the same math. The math does not change simply because you want it to, okay? I'm sorry. If that was the case, I would be using binary all the freaking time. So this way, 2 plus 2 would actually equal 100. Because 1, and guess 4 would be 100, correct? Yeah, so that means that, hey, I could easily have 100 eggs in a matter of seconds. It doesn't work that way. This is insane. It's illogical. It's nonsense. Math is math. It does not change. Now, you're claiming that this different numbers that different number systems you're using, somehow changes the logic and somehow changes the way things work in this world. Well, if that were the case, then nothing we have today makes any fucking sense. None of it. How the hell is this computer functioning when we have to have a binary and have it interpret into a base 10? How the hell would that work? How the hell do our bridges get built? How the hell are we able to calculate, where to bomb a nation, for Christ's sakes, and that all requires math. And you can use any number system. The number system is going to be the same, regardless. Why? Because this is logic. There's one logic. The real world logic. Okay? Get this through your thick skull. Because what you're doing when you're trying to claim that it's different based upon the different numbers is you're insulting scientists, you're insulting physics, you're insulting physicists, you're insulting math, you're insulting architects, you're insulting computer engineers, you're insulting pretty much everyone whose life relies on the use of math. Okay? You are wrong. There's nothing you can say, nothing you can do that can make you right. And if you think you're right and you insist you're right, then you need to prove it. Because if you cannot prove it, then you are wrong. Okay? Now, if you can prove it, well, then guess what? You have just changed the entire world. I mean, architects would need to go back to school and learn all over again. Weapon developers would need to go back to school to learn all over again. Scientists, physicists, mathematicians, all of these people would need to go back to school to learn all over again. And here's the silly, pathetic thing about this whole thing. This is your pathetic, stupid argument to defend your insane belief about what? Socialism? About socialism? And then you try to claim it, and we keep going around in circles about this. You keep insisting that and meanwhile, all I want is for you to explain, and you can't explain it. All that you have done is gone around and round in circles. Okay, so I scroll up here, and what is it? I said something about 2 plus 2 equals 4, no matter how but I was, okay. So, okay. What exactly we were talking about? I think, I think the topic started off, first of all, keeping in mind, I told you I really didn't want to, I really didn't feel like fucking arguing with you. So, please, I don't feel like having a battle of wits with an unarmed enemy. You chose to, okay, so, no, my logic, okay, let's see here. So I'm scrolling up here. Okay, so So you're here, defending Bernie Sanders, who, once again, is another person who doesn't understand logic. He doesn't understand. He doesn't have common fucking sense. Okay, so this is what I write. Okay, first of all, you really don't know what want to talk about this with you because I didn't feel like getting into this circular argument. You're clearly not mentally stable. And then you're right. I'm quite stable. I take people out of their comfort zones because I've seen and experienced so much. You haven't seen and experienced nearly enough, or you would have a different view on the world, and you would understand definitions in dictionary and dictionaries provide to you. I understand quite well. I used to read it for leisure. You used to read the dictionary for leisure. Well, I feel really sorry for you. That you have nothing better to do than to read the fucking dictionary for fucking leisure. Now, so I write, just because you read something doesn't mean you understand it. And then you're right, I have seen and experienced a lot. And then I write, look at Bernie Sanders, he clearly doesn't understand anything. And then you're right, and then you write, I understand it. I don't spit things out. I don't understand or investigate. He understands things. Some others don't. No, he doesn't understand economics. I listened to Bernie Sanders say something really bizarre about. I think it was. Well, I hear it all the time. People say they're capitalists. They may like capitalism, but they don't like the current form of capitalism. Well, first of all, anyone who says that to him is clearly insane. And I don't think anyone has really said that to him. I think he doesn't understand. We don't have fucking capitalism. We have socialism. We used to have capitalism. But guess what? People like Bernie Sanders brainwash people into thinking bullshit, okay? We have income tax. That's one of the most anti-capitalist things ever. That's right in the freaking Communist Manifesto. Why don't you read that? That will give you nightmares, by the way. Let's see here. We have minimum wage laws. Once again, not very capitalist. This is why when people complain about the broken system, the system that doesn't work, they're complaining about it because we don't have freaking capitalism. This is why people who support capitalism support it, because we don't have it anymore because of evil, filthy liberals, evil, filthy, progressive scum like Bernie Sanders, who has brainwashed ignorant people like you who can't even understand and grasp how math works into thinking something that just isn't true. I'm sorry. Socialism doesn't work. There's no evidence that it works. I'm sorry. You cannot, and you go around in circles and circles and circles with that, too. Just like you go around and around in circles with everything. You never are able to provide something that actually shows anything that backs up what you say. It's like, all I want is for you to explain. Like you're explaining to a 3-year-old, someone who doesn't know anything. Everything you say, but no, all that you do is repeat yourself, round and round. Now, by definition, when you do this, this is what we call insanity, okay? Insane. And the fact that you can't understand basic math. So, let's go back on. Okay, so then you're right. Then stop spitting out the pubic. So you just got done saying, yeah, okay, I understand it. I don't spit things out I don't understand or investigate. He understands things. Some others don't. So then I write, and stop spitting out the pukish shit out of your fucking mouth, you hypocrite. Which, yeah, you are a hypocrite. You clearly don't understand, and you clearly don't know how to investigate. You clearly don't know how to have an argument that makes any fucking sense. You just keep going round and round in fucking circles. This is fucking nuts. It's insane. Okay? So now, you're right. Most people only understand the four corners of their block. And no, Sanders does. So this is me. So actually, sound like me now. So I write. And no, Sanders doesn't understand anything about politics or economy. Kind of like how you don't understand the four corners of your block. And then you write. But he understands what people what people want or need. No. No, he doesn't understand what people want or need. What people want and what people need is to be left the fuck alone. To have government far, far away from them, because government is a dangerous entity that you seem to think is needed. So then you're right. And despite all actual evidence, you still can't see beyond the corners. If he understood what people wanted or needed, he wouldn't have been running. And then you right. I see lots of things beyond here. This place is an actual cesspool of stupid. Why I would love to move. He ran because he was different from other candidates. They all have their differences. No one is a clone. No one is no one. That's exactly what Bernie Sanders wants. Is everyone to be a fucking clone. That's the basics behind fucking socialism. Is everyone complies and everyone bows down and becomes part of this built up, fucked up collective. This collective, and people don't want that. People want to be individuals. Okay? This is the insanity. This is the bullshit. The crap. You're spewing. You see how this makes no sense. Socialism, everyone's working together. Now, in the Bible, they talk about how this is just insane. I believe they talk about in the Revelations, how everyone is living together, with sharing the same soul and with one soul, and they're talking about how that's what socialism is bringing. That's what it wants. Everyone to be the same. Everyone to work together. Which is not. Now, I don't like to talk about the Bible because, quite honestly, the Bible just scares the crap out of me, and religion scares the crap out of me. But just wanted to make a point about that. So then you're right. The last 100 some odd days have taught me the real reason why England sent more power to. It's like, wow. Well, yes, they were tyrannical. Okay, so it's stupid. Okay, I can't comprehend this madness. Okay, well, I've been up all night trying to figure this logic out. You said you figure this logic out through observation, so I'm here observing, and I've been observing this all night. So first, what I do, I'm going to count these in binary because, after all, binary is the lowest base number system. Base number system. So you're claiming the logic is going to be different. That's what you're saying. You're saying there's multiple different forms of logic. So let's do this in binary.
We have 0. Oh, we have 1, 1. Okay, now we have 1, 0. Now we have 1, 1. Now we have 1, 0, 0. But I do not have 100 eggs. How do I get 100 eggs? This is why I need to know this, because this would save me a lot of money if I could figure out this logic. It's still the same amount of eggs. The results are still the same as if I were to use a base 10 number system. And this is why I'm saying it makes no sense what you're saying, because it doesn't matter. The results are still the same. Math is always the same, regardless of what number system you use. It's still the same. Let's do your base 3. First of all, yeah, you are correct if you with the base 3 number system if you omit 0. Most number systems and all number systems that are used in society by mathematicians, by scientists, and everything have 0. And why? Because 0 is a number, and it's usually the first number. And if that's the case, your answer would be 1, 0 for 2 plus 2 equals equals. So, but if you're omitting the 0, then yeah, it's 11. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 11, or 1, 1. Yep, same amount of eggs. The results are the same. The logic is the same. No matter how you do it. Sorry. And unless there's somehow these are, I'm missing eggs. Where are these eggs coming from? I only have the same amount of eggs. We could do this, base 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could do this base 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter. The results are the same. One logic, one result. Regardless. Period. Okay? If I were to think that this would be different in any way, there would be no way I would be able to do what I do on computers on a regular basis. You have to understand that this logic is the same. Math is the same regardless of what number system you use, regardless of anything. This is the basis behind science. Okay? This will never, ever be any different. We have 4 eggs here. And you can call that 4 eggs 11, you can call it 10, you can call it blue, you can call it red, you can call it whatever the fuck you want. It's still the same result. Hey, here's a game. Let's turn 1 into blue. Let's turn 2 into red. Let's turn 3 into green. Let's turn 4 into yellow. Well, the logic is still the same, isn't it? We just replaced the numbers with colors. Did anything ever change? No. Same exact shit. So, I can't figure out how you're coming up with, the information you're coming up with. Because no matter what I do, the results are still the same because the logic hasn't changed. If you can please explain the goddamn logic so I can get more damn fucking eggs, so I can save money, so I have more money, so I can treat my some more honeys, that would be really appreciative. And because, I mean, this is just insane, you know. I would be a very wealthy man. I wouldn't have to worry about spending, you know, all of this money all the time, you know, to survive, you know, not to mention, based upon what you're saying, this could revolutionize everything we know about science. It would revolutionize everything we know about math. You know, it would just change everything we know about the universe. It would change the universe. You know, it would change what we know about space, the universe. It would change what we know about physics. It would change what we know about math. If you could just simply explain how this is done, because I can't figure it out. Thanks.